Hi guys, you might be familiar with the idea that old people quite often have old food stored away in cupboards that they've forgotten about. Well, I'm an old person, but this wasn't in the cupboard, this was actually out in the garage. I can't really think why it was out in the garage, although I vaguely remember trying to revive bumblebees at one time when they were resting. You could give them a spoonful of sugar water to get them going, and that might be why this was in the garage. It was probably due to be thrown out, and I put it in the garage to save it just in case I wanted it. So, how old do you think this Asda Smart Price golden syrup is? 77p for 680 grams. And as you can see, the syrup has crystallized out into sugar. If you don't want to know how old it is, stop watching for a few seconds, because I've cleaned the lid and I can actually see the use by date on it. There you go. December 2010. So it's at least 15 years old, probably older than that. So what am I going to do with it? Well, I have it in mind to try gently warming it and see if it will come out of crystallization and go back into a liquid. If not, I'll have to add water to it. But then I was thinking I could do another one of my batteries. Put a copper rod in it and a magnesium rod in it and do something like one of these batteries. I haven't tried to do one with treacle syrup. So it might be something useful to do with it. If we can get the lid off, it's rusted in place. But yeah, that might be interesting. Just have a go. December 2010. Yeah, I'm sure that is a 10, not a 6. 16. Yeah, I reckon that's 2010. That's quite impressive, even for an old person. Well, just for now, I've put it in hot water, not boiling water, hot water, and the top came off with no trouble, because I was worried if it was airtight, heating it up might actually expand the air in it and cause it to crack the glass. But yeah, that's not much like syrup in there, that's sugar. We'll see if it liquefies at all, but I expect I'll probably have to put some water in there. I left it in hot water for a couple of hours, I suppose, and then I got a knife and I stirred it up anyway, because there was still some fairly liquidy stuff at the bottom, along with all the crystalline stuff on top. So I've mixed it all together, which is why it's a bit bubbly, but it's now runny, the consistency of runny honey, I suppose, or even golden syrup. Not quite as runny as it was when it was new. It would have been sort of a clear brown liquid almost. So I'll leave that to settle overnight, and then tomorrow sometime we'll see if we can actually do anything with it, if we stick some copper and magnesium in there and see if we get a current flow. But we'll do that as a separate video, I think. If it doesn't work, I'll just put a note on the end of this one in the video description. But if it does work, then we'll have a little video, see how long it lasts. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave us a comment so I know how I'm doing. And somewhere up here there'll be some links to related playlists. Thanks again.